All right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. Tonight we are beginning the road to the Champions League as the qualifiers have been happening throughout today, and now we have the game that we're all interested in, the UWCL side, Arsenal facing Rangers. It's an all-British affair. Should be an interesting one tonight. It's a game we don't really see happen too often. Obviously, we only get these ties in Europe. Harry, Arsenal last year knocked out in the qualifying stage. They'll be hoping to get to the proper competition this year.
Yeah, very much so. For Arsenal, it is imperative that they get to the proper competition, that they win today, and if they get through, they win on Saturday, and they see themselves into the draw for the group stages. As you say, last year was very, very disappointing, but I look at this squad, I look at the players they've brought in, there's no excuses for them to not be there in that group stage draw. Rangers, they're a decent side. Arsenal, though, they should use their experience and use their quality to get the win across the line tonight. Also, you've already found out their opponents will be Rosenborg, and that brings on you. We've seen a lot of upsets today. Hats off to Rosenborg, beating Atletico Madrid on penalties. We've seen some upsets today. Arsenal have got to be careful that doesn't happen to them, but it's a good way to end off what has been a really good day of Champions League action.
Definitely, and obviously the exciting thing for Arsenal is that I think they'd look at that Rosenborg game as a favourable tie, which would mean they're then one win away from the Champions League. And we've spoken quite a lot this summer about how Arsenal's business shows they're in a position now where they want to challenge at the top. For me, those players won't be happy if they're not in the Champions League this season.
100%.
They've got to get in the Champions League this campaign. Since they're the home side, we'll look at their team first. In goal, it's Manuela Zinsberger. It's a back four of Emily Fox, Kadina, Williamson and McCabe. In the midfield, it's a pivot of Cooney Cross and captain Kim Little. On one side, it's Caitlin Ford. On the other, Mariona Caldente. And then in attacking midfield, Frida Manum. Leading the line, it's Alessia Russo. No huge surprises. Mead's still coming back from injury, so understandable she's not in the side with Ford preferred on the right-hand side. The big call for me is Manum over Kafai. Favouring experience perhaps in that role. Do you think that's the right call?
Yeah, I think so. I think that is the big takeaway. It is a very, very strong and very experienced Arsenal side, which, some people question it's Rangers, why is the side so strong? But it is simply because Arsenal learnt the hard way last year that, if you don't take it seriously, if you don't go full throttle, you can be punished, and they were knocked out. So Arsenal, clearly, they're not making the same mistake this year. They understand the importance of these games, no matter who the opposition is. I look at this 11, and it's 11 who plan to go out there tonight, get the win across the line, and make sure that they're hosting that game at Meadow Park on Saturday to get to the proper game, to get to the proper tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look then at the visitors tonight. Rangers is a 4-4-2, I believe, for the Scottish outfit. In goal, it's Essen, a back four of Doherty, Eddy, Hill and Rafferty. Across the four in midfield, it's Hay, Howard, Hardy and Arnott. And then leading the line, McLaughlin and Wilkinson. Wilkinson coming into this game on good form. She had 4 hat-tricks in her last 4 starts, which is pretty strong. So if she keeps that up, that would be quite good.
Yeah, I mean, that would be phenomenal. If she scores a hat-trick against Arsenal at Meadow Park, I think she'll go down as a Rangers legend, because they'd probably be through. But I think for Rangers, they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're not setting up too defensively because it's a knockout game. They need to win it. 4-4-2, pretty compact. They're going to limit Arsenal to a small amount of space. They're going to try and keep them out of the penalty area, really. It will be defending that 18-yard box for the majority of the game for Rangers. There's 2 ways to go about it as well as an underdog. Do you go hard and fast, score early and defend your lead, or do you hold on, keep it level, and then towards the end you go for it and see if you can get a goal? I'll be intrigued to see how Rangers play. I think they'll go for the option of sitting deep, hold on onto it, and then going for it at the end of the game. But who knows?
Yeah.
It could be surprising if they went for it from the off. So we'll see what happens.
I think they should just play really defensively and then try and get the ball to Wilkinson. And then she'll just score a hat-trick, so that'll work out really well. But it's going to be a real tough test for them tonight. Arsenal are a very strong side. We're well aware of that at this point. We expect them to be in the conversation for the UWCL title this season. So it's a tough one for Rangers, a tough draw. But equally, if they want to be in the Champions League proper, this is this kind of game. They've got to prove themselves.
Well, that's the thing. You say that Arsenal will view Rosenborg as a favourable fixture. Rangers will fancy themselves as well. They know that if they can beat Arsenal tonight somehow, then suddenly they've got a really good chance. But realistically, the Gunners shouldn't be making any mistakes tonight. They should get through. Very excited. I mean, we've probably mentioned it now. Mariona Caldente makes her competitive debut for Arsenal in the UWCL. It feels like it just has one outcome.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what they're doing on that left-hand side tonight. So obviously, Katie McCabe starting. If we're going to see that overlapping fullback, that's something really interesting. We've seen it at Barcelona where they use Fridolina Rolfo as almost a left winger for most of the game with Caldente drifting inside. I think McCabe's really well suited to that role. We know she can play a more advanced role. We know she loves to cross the ball, and that's where her real strength is. And also, I know a lot of people rate McCabe highly, but she does pick up one too many cards. If she's in that attacking end, she's not going to be committing as many fouls as she would if she's in defensive areas. So I think in that regard, they're really strong. It also means that they'll probably set up quite well in the defensive shape because their out of possession structure will be good, because they will have a situational back three type thing with Emily Fox coming across, and then that double pivot as well of Cooney Cross and Little. That's the other big question mark for me. Does that midfield have enough balance in it? Can Kim Little provide that defensive balance? Can Cooney Cross? How's that going to work for them?
Yeah, I think due to the opposition, I think it should be okay. Kim Little's a very experienced, very, very good player. She's the type of player where you ask her to do a job and she will do a very good job. So, no matter, yes, we know she's very, very good in a more attacking role, but we know in that pivot as more of a defensive player, she can put a shift in, and no offence to Rangers, but they are a weaker opposition, so I'd expect her to look pretty comfortable in there, and a big opportunity for Cooney Cross, who last season played decent minutes, but didn't play consistently with Palova's injury. Given the nod tonight as well, hopefully Cooney Cross can have a really good season for Arsenal.
Yeah, one player's misfortune is another one's gain. Obviously, it's a really it's horrible ever to see someone out with an injury, and that's gutting for Palova. But it's an opportunity for Cooney Cross to look on the silver lining of that injury. It's an opportunity for Cooney Cross now to get some first team football to actually prove her worth. So it'll be interesting. I still think when they play Manchester City, they'll probably line up with Leah Valti and Kim Little. I wouldn't be surprised, but. Maybe, this is Cooney Cross's first opportunity, isn't it, to prove herself. If she plays well enough in this Rangers match, in the potential game against Rosenborg on Saturday, that could prove it to Eideval that she deserves to start against Manchester City. Yeah,
that's the main thing, isn't it? I think as a player, is the one thing to remember is that when you get your shot, play so well that you are undroppable. If it's your one chance that Cooney Cross will play this season, I'm sure she'll play loads, but we're talking about those big games. These are her chances to show that she is a top quality player and that she can cut it in the biggest games of the season for Arsenal. When Arsenal need a player to come in and perform against Chelsea, against Man City, against the bigger sides in Europe, if they can get into the UWCL, Cooney Cross has got to prove that she is good enough for those games. That she, to tell Eideval, start me in these games and we will win.
Yeah, and then obviously the big chance tonight for Caitlin Ford as well. I think a lot of question marks around her starting spot in this squad, with Mariona Caldente joining, with Rosa Kafai joining. Obviously she gets that opportunity tonight with Beth Mead out injured. I think normally we'd see Mead start that role, but if Ford plays well enough tonight, does that make her undroppable?
Yeah, very much so. It makes it very, very difficult to drop her, and that's the thing. If Ford plays well, you're not dropping Mariona Caldente because you're not an idiot. Well, Eideval, you never know. His team selection is a bit weird sometimes. But
might play him all.
Maybe.
That's going to work.
He'll find a way. But yeah, I think Ford, again, she's playing for her place this season, it feels, with Caldente coming in, with Kafai coming in. There's limited minutes for players who aren't going to perform in that front line. If Ford has a similar season to what she did last year, she simply will not play for Arsenal this season. If she comes into games like this and plays a blinder, then suddenly Eideval has got a massive headache. It's a brilliant headache to have with so many strong attacking options, but he's got a very, very big problem.
Yeah, definitely so. By the way, welcome everyone that is in the stream. If you haven't said hi, please feel free to do so. Unfortunately, I can't scroll back in chat, so I can't see all the old messages. But Chelsea fan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And Josh Millard as well, asking, can you watch the game here? Unfortunately, we don't have the rights to the game, but if you can't find anywhere else to watch the match, you can join us here for live commentary and analysis of the game. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't show the match. But thanks everyone that is tuning in. 135 people watching right now. We are about 6 minutes away now from kickoff. Anything else you want to touch on before we get into it?
Yeah, I think the other thing tonight is notable about the Arsenal squad is the youth on the bench, and we spoke about the experienced 11, but it is a very young bench, and there's some, you got Vivian Lear on there, you got Michelle Aguimang on there. It feels like Arsenal's game plan, Arsenal's game plan tonight is to start hard and fast, score loads of goals, get on top, put themselves 4-5-0 up, and then bring on the youth players to give them the opportunity in a game like this. And I'm sure it'll be a similar thing on Saturday if they can get there. It is get the game over as quickly as possible. The big thing about knockout games is to kill the game off as soon as you can, especially against weaker opposition, or against any opposition really. But with Rangers, if Rangers can hold on for 10, 15, 20 minutes, they will believe more and more and more as the game goes on. The longer it stays level, the more Rangers will believe.
Yeah.
So do not give them a sniff. Do not let them get into a sense where they think they can win the game, kill the game off early, which they should. Caldente, Russo, Mannon, they should get in the game, get involved, and get it over with. And that's the thing for Arsenal. Just get there, get to the UWCL.
Yeah, that is the paramount objective for this season. Welcome you guys down by the way, saying hi. Junior saying, come on Arsenal. I sense we have a lot of Arsenal fans in chat this evening. 91% of the poll in chat thinks Arsenal will win today. A strong 7% though backing Rangers. If you are supporting Rangers, do let us know in the chat as well. And then 1% think this game will go to extra time or penalties. But yeah, I'm back. I'm buzzing to be back streaming domestic football. Obviously, we had a few pre-season friendlies a couple of weeks ago. We had the Olympics before that, but it feels the season's back now. We're a couple of weeks away from the WSL. We've got the previews going out on the channel, by the way, as well right now. So look out for that over the next few weeks. We did Arsenal today, actually.
Yes.
So don't go and watch it now, but after this stream, go and celebrate a win or commiserate a loss by watching that. But or wait for tomorrow if you're going to bed. Christian Fabian saying, is there going to be more than 3.5 goals? Oh, interesting one. It's tough to say. It depends how quickly Arsenal break Rangers down this evening. If they get a goal within the first 20 minutes and they look really on top, I think they'll probably build on that and they'll get a few goals tonight. So if they get going quickly, I think this could be difficult for Rangers to deal with. The longer this game goes on, though, as you say, the more Rangers will believe, the more stoic they'll be in their defence, and that can really change the game. AT is saying, who do you think will win the WSL? I'm going to remain tight-lipped on that, because we've got our predictions coming out in a few weeks. Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, which I probably shouldn't say on an Arsenal stream, but as a Chelsea fan, I'm always going to back Chelsea. But it's going to be tough this year. There's a lot of competition.
I think that's the thing. It's a tough question, to be honest. I don't like to be a fence-sitter, but right now, I can't give you an answer to that question. I honestly don't know. I can't split the top three. I think they've all looked really strong. Arsenal look to have come on leaps and bounds. And City, Chelsea, obviously new management, weakened a little bit. City weakened and strengthened in different areas. I can't call it. I really can't call it. So I can't say.
Yeah, fair enough. And Mindful Athlete saying, hello from Canada. Can't watch the listening to your stream. Well, welcome to the stream, Mindful Athlete. Thank you for tuning in. The players out on the field now lining up before this one. Should be an interesting one. Also, if anyone in chat can answer, because we were talking about this before stream, does anyone know why we're not at the Emirates this evening? Because I was confused by that. I'm guessing they couldn't get it arranged in short notice, but they would have known they're playing a Champions League qualifier.
Yeah.
So who knows? But anyway, at Meadow Park for this evening's game in Boreham Wood, or the home of Boreham Wood.
Yeah, should be a good one. Arsenal, and I think this is maybe as much as, obviously the negative side of it is that Arsenal have to play earlier than everyone else in the WSL. They've got to play more games, and that fatigue and fitness already kicks in now. But equally, they're gonna, they could go into that Man City game. Obviously, Man City, their pre-season ended with a loss to PSG. They lost the Perth Cup. Rubbish. They're going to lose everything now. But
that's the most prestigious trophy.
Yeah, I love the Perth Cup, my favourite. But for Arsenal, they could go into the WSL season with a big win tonight, a big win on Saturday. They're on the high because they've reached the UWCL proper. And suddenly, I think there'll be a lot of belief and a lot of positivity around the club. So maybe it's an advantage that they go into that City game on form, fresher, looking really strong.
Well, it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Because on one hand, playing competitive football, you're more likely to be fatigued, more likely to pick up injuries. But on the other, you are going to be more match sharp. So it's goes both ways. I believe if they win today and Saturday, the second round of Champions League qualifiers does fall either side of the opening WSL weekend, I believe. Yeah. So that complicates matters because City are involved in that round as well. Yeah, so they'll also have to play in the midweek, which means there shouldn't be an advantage either way there. But yeah, it will be interesting to see.
Because City are obviously, I can't remember this now. Who's Arsenal or League Path? Are they both League Path?
They're both League Path. Yeah. But because City finish second in the table, it means they enter in the second round. Arsenal finishing third have to enter in this first round.
Yeah, so they've got to enter the second round. Obviously, that's the first aim, and then they can start thinking about getting there. But yeah, just get it right tonight, Arsenal. Don't do anything silly. Don't do anything that you shouldn't be. Just get the result over the line, and that's the main thing. Should we do predictions?
Yes, sure. Let's get in some predictions. If you're watching along, make sure to get your prediction in the live chat just before we get underway here. Harry, I'll let you start. What's your prediction for tonight?
I'm going to go for... I'll go 5-0 Arsenal. I think it'll be pretty convincing. I think they'll score 3 in the first half. It'll be goals from Alessia Russo. I'll go Mariona Caldente on her competitive debut and Katie McCabe the third. And I think at half time they'll rotate a bit. They'll bring on some youth players. And in the second half it'll be goals from, I think Little will stay on and she will score a penalty. And then it'll be the 5th goal will come from Vivian Leah.
Fair enough. Huge win. I'm going to go for a slightly more modest 3-1 victory. I think they'll concede tonight. I'll say Wilkinson, to score. She's been in a rich vein of scoring form. And a Zinsberger mistake never seems too far away. And then I think it'll be goals from Rousseau, Kafai on her debut and Caldente on her debut as well. We are about to get underway here at Meadow Park. It will be Rangers to get us started once the referee blows a whistle. And the ball's not back and we're underway here in this Champions League qualifier. Yeah, quite a crucial game with Champions League qualification on the line. Should be an interesting one. McCabe going backwards to Kadina as Arsenal look to settle immediately into their shape. They won the ball back quite quickly there off of kick-off. Showing a good intent to press, and now they're going to settle into their possession football. McCabe to Zinsberger.
And that's the thing, we're watching an Arsenal side tonight who, without Kafai's on the bench, Van Domslaar's still injured. So they're missing their 2 marquee signings there from this side.
Yeah, poor pass there from Kim Little. She dropped in to come and receive the ball, tried to play it forwards. Didn't quite work out. That's good pressure from Emily Fox here on the Rangers left winger. And that goes to Leah Williamson quickly.
Rangers
and now it's a chance for Arsenal. Frida Manham down this right-hand side. She needs some support. Does go back now into Kim Little. Back to Manham. Trying to settle into Rangers' half, but she is forced backwards. Williamson goes down the line. Fox into Manham. Good chance for Arsenal. Can they deliver the ball? Ball into the box. It's dealt with well. It's going to spill out. Who will it fall to? Alessia Russo now. Little. They're going to try and rework this into an opportunity, Arsenal. Fox. And she's forced backwards to Leah Williamson. That'll give them a chance to build up and go down the left-hand side, or maybe they'll go through the middle here. Lovely movement there from Cooney Cross. A deceitful turn. She picks out McCabe, who looks to lift it into the box from range, and she picks out forward. Forward can't quite keep it in play. Action-packed first 90 seconds.
Yeah, very much so. Arsenal on the front foot. Arsenal putting the pressure on. I think the main thing you can see there is Rangers, again, it's that defending on the penalty area. They're happy to just sit in their own area and just let Arsenal play around them, force them back, and then wait for a mistake to happen. The problem comes for Rangers is if that ball in from McCabe is pinpoint, Ford's got a good chance to make it 1-0.
Yeah, long ball from Hill. Rangers trying to hold it up well there. Here's Hardy. And a good fight with McCabe, unsurprisingly, ensuing. And it's a Rangers throw.
Good. A nice little battle brewing on that right-hand side already.
Imagine our surprise, Katie McCabe already causing a stir. Here is Hay with the throw. Goes down the line, falls to Thompson in there now, tries to play it forwards, but that will bounce through to Leah Williamson. Yeah, Rangers struggling to link it up in attacking areas at the moment, understandably so. Arsenal are a very well put together defensive outfit. The other thing that I'm finding really interesting so far is Zinsberger's positioning. She's almost splitting the centre halves in possession, which is something we've seen a little bit in the men's game, but not at this high professional level.
Yeah.
Very high positioning for the goalkeeper, but it does allow you to have 11 players in possession rather than having to drop a full-back in to create a back three.
Yeah.
Pushing your goalkeeper forwards means you seem to gain another player, because you quite literally do.
Especially against opposition like Rangers, where you probably can be a bit more. It's more attacking, really, because you send Fox on as well, and you kind of move the team further up the pitch. So
also, it means a mistake is punished because they will just shoot it into an empty net.
Yeah.
But that is the risk you take. Here's Caitlin Ford, and it will allow them to put more pressure on. Ford drifts inside, finds Cooney Cross, who tries to lay it wide. It's slightly overhit, but Caldente will bust a gut to get there, and does. Brilliant control for Caldente to bring that down well. Now finds Cooney Cross. Lovely switch of the play to find Fox. Delivers it in towards the back post. That's nodded on well in there by Hill, and had a play for a corner Already Arsenal putting the pressure on this Rangers backline though.
Yeah, that's superb defending from Hill. Saves a certain goal there. It's a lovely dink ball in. Was it
Emily Fox in there just lifting it towards the back post.
Lovely ball in from Fox and a brilliant header from Hill to knock it past the far post for a corner, because that was Frida Manham waiting right behind her to knock it into an empty net.
It's great awareness as well of your surroundings, knowing where that goal is behind you and being able to flick it away from
100%.
the goal.
But Carente getting on the ball there already, she just feels like she could be an instant fan favourite.
Yeah, unsurprisingly. Brilliant player. And another ball in from Cooney Cross here. This one slightly over here. Russo will try and get there. She'll be hard pressed to do so, but she does. And now trying to drive in towards the box. She's pulled down there, but the referee deciding that's not a foul.
That's a stone wall foul.
A little bit harsh from the referee there. Well, either way, Rangers attack hasn't quite worked out. No player on the left-hand side as the ball's played over that way.
Yeah, I mean, a slight rustiness from Arsenal, as you'd expect. You know, it's the first game back from pre-season. Russo does well to recover that ball.
Pull from Eddie, and that should have been a free kick.
Yeah, Russo's unlucky there. She does well. The ball was overhit from Cooney Cross. Russo does well to recover it. And
strong charge from Cooney Cross. They don't come away with the ball. Hay now trying to drive it forwards. Forced back to Doherty, now to Hay. Hay needs an option inside. It's cut out in there though by Manham, and now Arsenal will look to play. Caldente inside to Little. Little into Manham. Lovely flick to Kim Little, now out wide to Caldente. Nice football, but then Caldente is forced off the ball. Thompson tries to drive away, but it's deemed a foul.
A little bit soft in there. I think Rangers did well to kind of suffocate Caldente. They isolated her and she had nowhere to go really, under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Joe Potter, the Rangers manager, a former Lioness, I believe.
Yes.
Cooney Cross trying to switch the focus of this attack then to Caitlin Ford. Good footwork, but then she can't find a teammate.
Too much there from Ford. Didn't need to try and keep the ups or flick it on. Just need to play the simple pass. But I understand why she's trying to do that. She wants to get things moving, and it is those special ability skills that are going to get past this Rangers defence, but not there.
Yeah, here is Emily Fox. Back now to Williamson. She'll knock it across to Kadina. Obviously, Wubbenmoy out for this game, but is Kadina and Williamson a partnership we could see this season? I know a lot of times last season Arsenal fans questioned, does a Williamson-Wubbenmoy backline work? Because they are very similar profiles. Could we see Kadina starting that role this year?
I think so, yeah. Especially, I think Kadina's a very, very good player, and she's one that she will make a really good fight for that centre half spot. And as we've said, before, if they are going to be fighting on four fronts, Arsenal, they're going to need to rotate that back line. They're going to need to share out the minutes, and I think we'll see that a lot this season.
Yeah, speaking of Kadina, she's on the ball now, finds McCabe. McCabe with ambitious pass inside, doesn't quite come off, but it's then picked off by Emily Fox. Good interception. Cooney Cross too slow in there, and they almost lose it, but she manages to shift it back to Leah Williamson. Ball in behind from Williamson, looking for Caldente. Break into the box now, ball inside. It's great defending again from Hill, and that's hooked away by Hay. Williamson. Now it's with Cooney Cross. Fox. Cooney Cross. Back to Emily Fox. Now here is Kadina. Little. Williamson. And again, they're looking for that diagonal ball. Into Caldente. Assertive defending from Hay. Caldente does then get there and it forces a block out of Rafferty. And actually, I think Caldente just missed that one.
Bit of a poor shot, that. But, I mean, she's done well to get it. Gets away with one defensively there, I think.
Hay just gives up on it a bit too soon.
I think they try to let it go. They tried to... Rangers trying to see it out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
But the ball just held up a bit. Caldente managed to get there. But Rangers, first 5 minutes, we've seen what we expected. Two sides come back from pre-season. There's a bit of rustiness there. But Arsenal definitely in control.
You can see as well from goal kicks, Rangers aren't looking to play out from the back early on here. It's direct balls down the channels for Wilkinson, for Thompson to go and give chase to.
100%.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Zinsberger. Now Williamson across to Kadina. They want to play out now. McCabe. Trying to lift that over the top. Looking for Alessia Russo. Russo up against Hill. Hill will offer that combative challenge, and we'll see her out there, and that's a Rangers goal kick.
Yes, this is another good 1v1 battle appearing there between Russo and Hill. Hill has done well so far. Put in a good shift, made some important blocks, and
she's been very assertive.
Yeah, very much so. Keeping Russo out of the game a little bit at the moment. But yeah, Rangers holding on well. They're opting to play at the back here, but Hill's had enough of that and goes long. It's not great.
That's given away as Little touches it down to Manon. Manon plays it wide. Caldente in a bit of space here. Can she make something happen? Caldente in towards the box. Hill again heads it away. I mean, if she has to do this all night, she's going to have a headache by the 90th minute. But it might just get Rangers through. Wilkinson fighting away for it up there. Going to fall to Thompson, who holds onto it just about. Now Wilkinson, first time we've really seen Rangers attackers get on the ball. And she's fighting away for it there, but hasn't managed to come away with it. It's out for an Arsenal throw, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she kept falling on the floor there, but I mean, good hold up play. And kept possession, to be fair.
Now Cadena. Tries to play it forwards and does so well. That's cut out though. Cooney Cross's pass intercepted. Now Thompson plays it wide into Wilkinson, who looks to pick out her strike partner with that ball through, but out comes Zinsberger quickly to collect it.
Yeah, it's the right ball and it's the right idea from Rangers. The run not quite executed perfectly, but it's the right idea. Rangers, they're going to get limited opportunities. They're doing the right things when they've got the ball.
Yeah.
Arsenal just got to be careful, but again, the Gunners have started well here. My one problem with Arsenal just need to get that shot away quicker. And, start testing the goalkeeper, because I don't think they've had a shot yet, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, 10 minutes in.
Unless you count the Caldente one.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure. Williamson tries to play that ball forwards. Touch letting her down in there, Fox. She made a good inverted run.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite manage to get that ball under her control, and that ball will go long from Rangers straight through to Zinsberger. And again, Rangers very much intending to get on the ball. Let's just sort out our cable because it keeps disconnecting.
Yeah, Arsenal making a good start. There's very little time between when Rangers take the ball back from the Arsenal chance and then when Arsenal managed to get it right back up the other end again, and Little feels like she was pulled back there again, not given again. Definitely like a tug on the arm, but Rangers will keep the ball and they will look to keep it moving. And they've used their advantage wisely here.
And Hay tries to come down that right hand side. Now back to Doherty. Ball back now to Essen in the Rangers net. This is the first time I've actually seen them pass the ball around a bit here, and Hill now does go long to break that trend. Ball through, and Wilkinson will put pressure on Fox here, but she manages to get that pass back to Zinsberger in the end without much trouble. Yeah,
Rangers, and this is what I meant what I said at the start. Rangers have survived 10 minutes here, and now they're starting to come into the game a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got comfortable. They've survived the early pressure, and now they're starting to fight back a little bit.
Here is Leah Williamson. Lifts a ball forwards. It's headed away. It's going to drop in there now for Cadena. And Arsenal will look to hold on to possession here. Williamson. Now out wide to Fox. Fox looks for an option down the line. Doesn't see one, so goes back into Leah Williamson. Cooney Cross. And that is smashed away really in there. Didn't quite see who it was for Rangers, but very little intention of them getting on the ball right now.
Definitely no nonsense defending at the moment from Rangers.
Yeah.
They're very happy to just see the ball sail out 30 yards away from their goal.
Understandably so. Here is Katie McCabe. Tries a forward ball. Rousseau to Caldente. Caldente lingers on it. Now comes inside. Hay trying to drag her down again there. Little, Caldente. Kim Little is forced back there. Rangers did really well to get back in. You feel Arsenal are a bit too lethargic in possession there. Caldente and Little just play it too slowly and too horizontally. They didn't get forwards quick enough. But they are now in a good attacking area. Great challenge in there from Eddie. Forced a Little on the edge. Can she work this into an opportunity? Goes wide. Fox. Forward. Flicks to Little. Little could open up a body for a shot. Tries to play it to Rousseau. Flicks it on. But it's not a great flick on. That's out for a goal kick. Arsenal afraid to shoot at the moment. Yeah,
little bit of overplaying at the moment for Arsenal. It seems like they're trying to pass it into the net almost. Kim Little there we know how good Kim Little is, receiving the ball on the edge of the box. She had an opportunity there to open up her body and have a shot away. Doesn't quite choose that option. So Arsenal just need to get some shots off, test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, definitely. Rangers looking to build up now from the back. McLaughlin. Lovely turn there from McLaughlin to take it away from Little from that congested area of the field. Rafferty into Hay. Here come Rangers. Ball down the line. Wilkinson will give chase. But that is, she's shielded by Kadina and that ball will go through to Zinsberger. Holds on to that a little bit too long. Well, she just get that pass to Williamson, so she's all right. Here's Kadina. McCabe, Cooney cross. Kadina again. Now back across to Zinsberger. Finds herself almost at the halfway line here.
Rangers doing the right thing. They are happy. They're good, no nonsense defending. When they get the opportunities, they're happy to play out the back. They're happy to play onto Arsenal and push them back into their own half.
Yeah, definitely. Here is Fox. Little. Cooney cross. Ball in towards Manham. Hill will come and deal with that again though, but she's not managed to get the clearance away. McCabe. Down in this left-hand side. Goes back to Caldente. Ball in towards the box. It's into a danger area. Ford heads on target and it's there. Goal for Arsenal as they open the scoring and here at Meadow Park. Just over a quarter of an hour gone here. And it's Arsenal 1, Rangers 0. You felt Arsenal just had to get a shot away. Had to put the ball into the box here. McCabe lingered on it, but she gave it back to Caldente. And well, is this a story? Is this a sentence we're going to be saying a lot this season? Brilliant assist by Mariona Caldente.
Yeah, so it's a great ball in, and Ford does well to get ahead on it at the back post. And this is what I mean for Arsenal: get the ball into the box and get some shots away. It's a great ball from Caldente, beautiful ball across the pitch. Ford just gets a header on target. Keeper positioning's not very strong. It's not a great header from Ford, but it's on target, and that's what you got to do: get the ball on target, and there's a good chance you're going to score. Ford reaps the rewards. She gets a goal, starting this season strongly, and Arsenal get the goal they very much needed.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a convincing header, but all they had to do was put it on target, put the goalkeeper under a bit of pressure early on here, and now that Rangers seem to be cracking. Poor giveaway from Hay. Here come Arsenal. Caldente. Cross into the box is blocked by Rafferty, but it's definitely going all Arsenal right now. Omar TV, welcome to the stream, saying I'm from Ghana. It's my first time watching you guys live. Arsenal all the way. Well, welcome to the stream, Omar. Thank you for joining us. But very convincing start for Arsenal here.
Yeah, very much so. And I think Joe Potter's message to Rangers now, and it would have been, is as soon as you go 1-0 down, do not collapse, do not give in. And that is very important. Next few minutes, Rangers have to survive, because Arsenal will smell blood now and they're coming forward again.
Ball into the box. It's caught well by Russo. There's a deflection there, and apparently there wasn't. Just a poor effort from Alessia Russo. It's a difficult one for her to catch there.
Yeah.
And she's able to make any contact with it, but ends up going wide of the mark.
Yeah. But yeah, Arsenal are going to put loads of pressure on now. They're going to try and get a second goal and a third goal in this game to really stamp their authority. Rangers are just going to hang in there, make sure they're still in the game in 5-10 minutes' time.
Ball forwards. Cooney cross wins the header now. Kadina. Little, very good job in there to nod that down to Fox. This is what Arsenal want though, no silly business. There's a chance now they went a goal down or something like that, and the game then looks winnable for Rangers and they start to believe.
Yeah.
But they've dealt with this occasion very well. McLaughlin, Eddie, Rafferty. Good stuff from Rangers on the ball. Ball down the line, that's going to bounce through though to Manuela Zinsberger. The other thing these Champions League games does give them an opportunity to do is obviously trial tactics in competitive fixtures and try and nurse some players back from injury before Manchester City. Obviously, Zinsberger is playing tonight. Van Domstar still recovering from an injury, but she is on the bench tonight, which is an encouraging sign. If they do get through tonight, obviously they'll try and assess Van Domstar. If she is fit enough for Saturday, though, do you think she'll start?
Potentially. I mean, obviously they have got you do get bigger benches in the UWCL, and they have named another goalkeeper. So whether Van Domstar's named because she's fit enough or named just because they wanted to sit there, which would be she just fancy sitting on the bench. It'd be interesting. I don't think they'll rush her back Saturday, but we could definitely see her if the Arsenal get there in the second round of qualifiers. So it's definitely something to look out for. Yeah,
it's a confusing way how they do this. Obviously, this is called like the semi-final of round one. because they're all in these little
Yeah.
mini groups of 4, and then they each play a team, and then
It's
the
a bit-
2 winners play in like a final type thing.
It's a straight shootout though, isn't it? In round 2, it's just I think it's just one game to win.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like City have only got to play one game to qualify. Where if Arsenal do end up qualifying, they would have played.
Is it not legged in that round?
Oh yeah, it is. I think maybe.
The other thing that could happen, I'm not sure if it can happen. I don't know how it seeds, but Arsenal could face City,
Maybe,
which would be strange.
It's,
They would then play 3 times in.
It's a really
like
weird
8 days.
qualification because usually you have the qualifying rounds, but also you'd only play one team across 2 legs in every round, rather than this group thing.
Yeah. Arsenal Rangers getting the ball forward there and able to keep that in touch though. Arsenal throw, Fox. Williamson, pass inside to Cooney Cross.
Feel Arsenal, they've got the goal they
Kadina.
need now. They're very happy just to control the game. They're not going to push on for any more. Rangers, they know they don't need to chase after Arsenal. They know they don't need to exert themselves too much. Yes, they've conceded, but they've just got to hang in there. Their main aim is not concede again, rather than go and hunt down another goal. So definitely, for Rangers, it's just no rush. Don't just stay in the game. Let Arsenal, because at the moment Arsenal happy to knock it around the back. Rangers happy for them to knock it around the back. So.
Yeah. Here's McCabe. Good turn in there from Manham, but she's fouled. Free kick for Arsenal.
Yeah, Manham's also another one where it's going to be very competitive for that attacking midfielder role. Manham, Kafai, Little, can all play a job. Can all play there. If you want to play Ford and Mead, you could put Caldente there as well. So Arsenal's attack is star-studded now with plenty of options. But I'm intrigued to see who's going to play the most out of them. Who are we going to see in those high-profile matches?
Yeah, very interesting tactical note at the moment. That's a difficult ball for anyone to get to there from Arsenal. That'll bounce through to Essen. The interesting thing to note is that we're not seeing them only use one side overlapping fullback and then just the other one always sitting in a situational back 3. We're seeing them quite regularly switch it round.
Yeah.
So whenever we see, forgetting the name now, Emily Fox go forwards, Williamson comes across to be that right centre half and be behind her as an option, and then whenever they go to the left hand side, Kadina goes across, and so the other fullback then tucks into a 3-back type shape. McCabe. Kadina back to McCabe. Now whether or not we'll see that when they play Manchester City is another question. Cooney Cross. But they're definitely doing it tonight. Trying to switch the play there. It'll fall to Little, who'll pass it to Fox, who was holding the width. Little. Cooney Cross. Fox. What we are seeing though is once those fullbacks go forward, it is offering an opportunity for those wide centre halves in the back 3 for a direct ball into those the 2 attacking midfielders.
Yeah.
Which does offer them a lot of threat. Very easy way to cut through a team because you get that box midfield type shape.
Yeah.
Lovely exchange there between Caldente and Manham. Ball into the box, and it's an absolute mess. But the keeper has managed to claim it.
Just about. Couldn't work out who had the ball there, but the goalkeeper did have it in her hands. Arsenal putting the pressure on. Really good overlap there from Caldente. Puts the ball in. It's actually prodded by Hill back towards her own goal, and then Rangers somehow managed to recover it between the centre Rafferty and her goalkeeper, kind of both lying on it really, but it's not in the goal. That's the main thing for Rangers.
Very true. But yeah, Omar says loving the show and I have subscribed. Thank you, Omar. If you are watching along and you haven't subscribed, then be like Omar and hit that subscribe button.
Also, any WSL fans, make sure to join our fantasy league.
Yes, I don't have the code on me. Actually, I might be able to put it in the chat. Let me see if I've saved it.
Begins with an R. That's not
true.
very helpful. Here
There
is
we go.
Fox. Plays it to Williamson. Arsenal in control of this game. It's a lovely ball into Russo. Holds it up well, but she is dispossessed. And Rangers will look to go, but one back and knocked back to Zinsberger. Rangers, they could win that ball back, but then Arsenal's press immediately wins that back. There's a pull on the shirt of Little there. She does well to keep going though. Arsenal will use their advantage.
Caldente linking up well here. Now finds Cooney cross. He'll take aim, and that was high and always rising, and that has bounced over the home end. Well, a mixture of the home and away end there, and out of the ground.
Don't mind it from Cooney cross. Decent range, having a go from goal. Has ended up on the main road.
I think the one person who will be annoyed is the ground staff.
Yeah.
Who've now got to go on a highway. I don't actually know what back, so it might be a house, which is arguably worse.
I don't know. They do just send a person over the fence.
Maybe. Well, the fans have to do it.
Yeah.
Arsenal fighting to try and get the ball back here. Hill will see that out, and that will be a goal kick.
I think you have to give Rangers credit. They've done well in these first 25 minutes. Realistically, the only reason Arsenal won the lap is just because of that higher quality. I don't think there's too much to separate the two sides at the moment. Ball gone long by Rafferty. Looking for Wilkinson. He's going to put the pressure on Cadena here. And he's going to put a lot of pressure on Cadena, who manages to hold on to it and goes back to her goalkeeper. Arsenal boxing the corner and one back well.
Really well one back in there.
Ball, but apparently it's gone off.
Apparently that's gone off. Didn't look like it had for me. I mean, I'm very far away from it. But
I mean, Arsenal did.
And the lino took her time to decide that one.
No complaints from Arsenal.
That didn't even close to... Oh, it's that. It's Wilkinson and Cadena. It's not for going off. It's a free kick. That makes more sense. I was going to say, that looked like it was nowhere near going off.
Not quite sure what that was between Cadena and
Wilkinson starting there.
Very silly, because she's cost her team a really good chance there.
Yeah. But equally, if she scores hat-tricks in her last 4 games, then you probably allow it.
It's an incredible record. And
Williamson.
That's the thing for Rangers. As much as this is about getting to the Champions League, if they don't get to the UWCL, this is all good preparation for the upcoming Scottish Premier League season.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be a very good title battle between them and Celtic, who won earlier today.
Yeah.
So one side of Glasgow, or one side of the title battle was having a good day. Rangers not following in suit so far.
Fox. Now, Caldente. Who'd they play though?
Oh, I can't even tell you the team, so I don't remember.
Fox. A little sorry. Plays out wide to Fox. Trying to cut forwards, ends up losing it though. Ball forward looking for Rangers strike force again. Can't quite find it.
Well, I've seen some upsets today. Obviously, Rosenborg beat Atletico Madrid. Sporting, knocked out Frankfurt. 4 times winners Frankfurt.
Yeah, that was a big shock.
Which was very big. We saw Benfica get through, which was expected. Arsenal are hoping to join those sides in the next round in their final.
Here's Caitlin Ford. Fox, Ford. And it's one back by Rangers. It's quite an interesting part of the Women's Champions League. It's something we don't have in the men's game. Is this knockout? It's having this knockout before you even get to the competition. Because as Idaval said, this is the toughest game before the final. And I sort of get what he means. Because every other match you have 2 legs. If you get it wrong on the day, you've got another game to make up for it, even in the knockouts. So until the final, these are, in theory, the toughest matches.
You got 90 minutes. I mean, obviously they've got a favourable draw, but they could have got a tougher opposition.
Should have had Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, and then suddenly you've got 90 minutes to beat a top quality side for a UWCL place.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid did not get it right today, and they're out. Simple as that.
Yeah.
That is a big side, not in Europe, not in European football.
Yeah, definitely. Chess fans saying if Rangers play like this, we won't win anything. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, they don't look terrible considering the opposition they're playing against, and obviously they will play defensive today to try and limit the damage. I don't watch the Scottish Women's Premier League, so I can't really make a judgment on how good Celtic are, how good the competition are, but Rangers don't look like a bad outfit.
No.
Little.
I mean, you got a striker who scores hat-tricks every game, so you might be right.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Here's McCabe. Ball driven into Russo, flicks it on. Ford can't quite bundle it home. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper, Essen. I have no idea how that's not in the back of the net for Arsenal.
Wow.
McCabe. Caldente. Little to Caldente, bursting into the box now. Takes aim, and it's a good save.
How have Arsenal not scored a second goal?
Ford's got to scramble this home.
Russo, great from McCabe, good ball in. Russo tries to flick it on, gets a touch on it. Ford has to score that. The second one has to go in. It's brilliant goalkeeping. But they're both, I don't know how it's not in the goal. Incredible.
Just got to stab it home.
Yeah.
There's another one in there. It's incredible she managed to miss that, Caitlin Ford.
Yeah.
It's a weird opportunity, I understand it. And she's already scored today. But still,
good goalkeeping from Essen as well. But it wasn't, it's good goalkeeping. It is just, put your hand up and hope.
Yeah.
And see what happens. But it's a good start. Keeps Rangers only one down. Well, that's a poor pass from Williamson. One back by Rangers. I don't know how it's not going to go. I'm still recovering from what we've just watched.
McCabe. Wilkinson now. Cooney cross. That's well there to just poke it to Williamson. He will give that back. I thought she should go past that. Zinsberger, she's just spun on it. Cooney cross. Carrying it forwards. Good stuff here from Little. Ford managed to poke it to Fox. And that's a poor pass in there. Brilliant challenge though from Cooney Cross to make up for it. Manham out wide to Ford. Ford inside. Manham can't quite get there as it's poked out. But yeah, Arsenal certainly on top in this one so far. But they want another goal. They've not put this game to bed yet. They've not got a cushion. They need to score again.
Yeah, it's a funny old... Scoreline's funny in football because 1-0 is still very, very tight, hardly convincing. The opposition only one goal away. Obviously, famously, everyone says that a 2-0 lead is the most difficult scoreline in football. So Arsenal just need to keep scoring, really.
McKay, ball in and it's headed away. Well, because you've got that faux cushion, haven't you?
Yeah.
In the sense you look at it and you go, well, we can concede and then be all right. But obviously, with the way that match momentum works, if you concede, the opposition tend to then be G'd up.
Yeah.
They tend to be up for it. And you tend to slow after you've conceded because you'll have that moment of shock that then the opposition can sting you in that moment. So that's why they say the two goal lead is a dangerous one, because you have a bit of complacency while still having too much threat, too much danger.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Equally, it's a farcical statement because 1-0 is much tighter.
Yeah.
But
and things like opposition completely change it. Because I agree, if you're 2-0 up against someone of similar quality, then you definitely can't let your guard down. But if you go 2-0 up against, in this game, for example, Arsenal should be alright.
If you go 2-0 up against a side of higher quality, then you're probably still going to lose.
Yeah.
You've got to be 100% focused.
Just enjoy it while it lasts.
Here's Williamson.
Still 15 minutes left this half. Plenty of time for Arsenal to get a few more on the score sheet. No, I said 3-0 at half time, 5-0 at full time, so there's still a good chance I'm right.
I said 3-1. I'm quite happy with my prediction so far. I still think Rangers could nick a goal at some point tonight.
Yeah.
Though as the game goes on more and Rangers aren't having a shot, I am more worried about that prediction.
My plan is for Arsenal to go 2-0 up and then Wilkinson to score a hat-trick and then they're out.
Yeah. That could happen. Caldente comes inside. Hey there. Sent to the shots. Ball through. Looking for Kim. Little gets around her marker. Russo will fight for it. That's left the pitch somehow, and it is an Arsenal corner, much to the dismay of that Rangers defence.
Yeah, brilliant play again from Mariana Caldente. Hill tries to see Little out. Little does so well to recover it, and then Rafferty is forced to put it out for a corner. Chance then for Arsenal to get this ball into the box. Cooney cross over there with McCabe.
That is swung in well to a dangerous area. Heads on from Williamson. Hasn't quite worked out. And now Rangers look to counter. Wilkinson holds it up. And she had to just drive forwards there. You felt that slow down the attack. They'll smash it forwards. But it's cut out by Arsenal. Kadina. And I don't really know what Wilkinson's doing. It's the second time now she's just nudged someone to the ground. It's Kadina again as well. I don't really know what her issue is with Kadina.
Wilkinson and Kadina are not getting on tonight.
No, I'm not sure if Kadina has anything to do with it.
Yeah,
that's just
really. Why do you keep lapping into me?
Yeah. Here's Fox. Goes down the line. Russo holds it up well. Does really well there to take 2 players with her into the corner. Fox comes inside. Just was a good video about Arsenal today. Looking forward to the next one, my friends. Thank you, Chelsea fan. Yeah, UWCL previews at the moment going out daily, so look out for those. Today's was Arsenal, so go and check that out when you get a moment. And then tomorrow we have Aston Villa coming, so look out for that. Little. McCabe. Caldente.
Oh, Cadena there getting a bit of her own back. Not on Wilkinson though. Good physicality that from the Arsenal centre half.
Yeah. Little. Caldente. Manham. Caldente. Manham. Lovely exchange here between the two. McCabe. Caldente. Tries to just come inside. Now Little. Cooney cross. Fox. Cooney cross tries to play it down the line. Caitlin Ford. Ball into the box. Hay lets it go. Lets it run. Here's Caldente. Little. Caldente. Kim Little. And that's blocked in there. They try and win it again, but here come Rangers. Thompson. Ball down the line. It's just not enough flares forward, and Arsenal got back in quick enough.
Yeah, I think that is the problem for Rangers at the moment. They just haven't got enough numbers forward, which makes sense because they're not going to be throwing loads and loads of players forward. In the 35th minute when you're only 1-0 down. Because to be honest, I think that if they can hold on for the next 10 minutes, going to half time, only a goal to 0 down, I think they'll be pretty content with that.
Yeah, the prerogative at the moment is still on not conceding again.
Yeah.
Rather than looking for another goal.
100%.
Looking for a goal, but yeah. McCabe. Ball down the line. Unable though to make anything happen just yet, but it's back to Caldente. Now McCabe. Cadena. McCabe. Caldente, nice bounce pass off Manham. Needs an option and it just ran off there by Caldente. A little bit too eager. But she's looked lively so far this evening. Very exciting.
Yeah, she looks like she's loving life in an Arsenal shirt so far. So very, very tight, deep, playing very, very well. Just such a dangerous player.
Yeah.
She causes... I know it's Rangers, but she'll cause any side problems. And definitely, I think it's a big signing for Arsenal. I think that will become apparent in the first few weeks of the season.
It's a real difference maker. You go from Caitlin Ford, who is a fantastic player on her day, but hasn't really shown it didn't really show it last season. You go from her to Mariona Caldente, and I think Ford's a good player, as I say, but Caldente is just a different level, and I think that improves the squad so much. Once you got Mead back on this right-hand side, I think that gives you a huge threat on both flanks. I think once Kafai's settled, her in attack midfield, again, is another player who could be a difference maker. She's still young, and so there's a few aspects of her game that are very raw, that need a bit of refinement, but overall, I think they've done really well, Arsenal, with their signings this window. It definitely improves them as a side.
Yeah.
Here's Williamson. Pass inside to Little, now Cooney cross. Nice exchange there, Manham. Russo plays it wide. Fox tries to cross it and it's blocked. And Rangers will look to break now. McLaughlin into Wilkinson. Wilkinson barged down. Fox takes aim. It's blocked. I don't know what Wilkinson's trying to do at the moment.
Fight everyone.
I have to be honest. She's getting the ball, and rather than trying to make it work quickly, rather than trying to bring teammates in, she's just trying to hold it up. But what is she trying to do? Draw a free kick?
It's
I'm
interesting.
Not sure.
I think I can definitely see how domestically her physicality and her strength can just bully defenders, but up against
coming inside, and that's a good challenge there from Hay, and she hooks it
up against top quality WSL defenders. That's just not going to work.
Cooney crossed there though, muscled off, and then McKay's brought someone down, and that will be a throw to Rangers.
But yeah, just trying to use your strength realistically is going to be very difficult against these defenders because Williamson and Cadena, either they're going to be more physical or they're very smart and know what you're going to do, and they're just going to let you do it. If you try and back into them, they're just going to let you walk away and just let you fall over.
Yeah.
Which what seems to keep happening.
Indeed, another offside flag there against Hardy. Yeah, Rangers struggling to get much happening at the moment in attacking areas, which is understandable. Maybe they'll be able to commit more to the attack as this game goes on.
Yeah.
If they can hold it 1-0 to the last 10, it becomes nervy. Fox play it down the line, chance for Ford. And she's not really sure what Ford is trying to do there, though. She doesn't get close enough to the ball. And that gives time for the fullback to get across there. Doherty just able to close up that space really quickly.
Arsenal going for a quick corner. And then they decide to just go backwards and slow it up.
Cooney cross. Williamson. I think Williamson's off as a striker now. Fox puts it into the box. And that's pushed away well by the Rangers goalkeeper Essen. Hardy sends it forward. I'm not sure who she's seen there, but it's going to bounce through to McCabe. Zinsberger. Here's Little, who's just going to allow everyone to get back into shape because Kadina and Williamson decide they're going up front there. It's quite an interesting idea. Dropping Little and Cooney cross and sending up your two big aerial threats to go and head the ball in.
Mate, yeah.
It's something I've not really seen before, but theoretically, it makes sense.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You turn every cross, or every time you do that, you turn a cross into a corner.
You do, but you're very... also, I can't think of the word, but Wilkinson's won the ball heart of the pitch here.
Plays out wide. Here's Hardy.
Leave you vulnerable.
Well, not necessarily, because you defend corners by having a few players back, and they've got McCabe back, or Fox back, they've got Little, and they've got Cooney cross. And then presumably they just tell Caldente and coach to sit off of it.
Maybe. I don't know, it's interesting. But who's then crossing the ball in?
The opposite fullback.
Right.
So either McCabe or Fox sits back in a situational back three, and the other one goes and puts the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Cooney cross. Kadina. Williamson.
Good play from Arsenal. 4 minutes to go until half time. Do you think we'll see another goal?
No.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, I think Rangers are just doing enough at the moment to stop Arsenal scoring.
Yeah.
But they are going forward. Now they make me eat my words immediately. Little. Caldente. Here's McCabe. Caldente. Now Kyra Cooney cross. Williamson, lovely ball. Through to Caldente. Manham, and it's stopped there by McLaughlin. A forward pass is cut out there by Lair Williamson. And that's the Rangers throw. Throw forwards there into Hardy, unable to hold on to it. And that's out for an Arsenal throw. Little. And Idaval returning to his bench there to talk things through. Seems his assistant has got his tablet out. They'll be reviewing data from the opening encounter here.
Do you think they'd want a few more goals?
Yeah, they'd have wanted to put the game to bed by half time. They'd have wanted the option to...
Yeah.
They'll want to get to 60 minutes and be looking at Akimang and Leah rather than having to...
Blackstenius.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good ball in though, caught by Essen. Looks like Rangers is going to hold out here until half time. Which is a big... it's a good shift from them, to be fair. They didn't collapse after conceding the first goal. Still time though.
Yeah. Williamson. Now Kadina, Cooney cross. Fox. Cooney cross. Here's McCabe. McCabe there, almost giving the ball away and then gets barged over by Hardy.
It's another
and the
silly
ref is
one.
going to have a chat with her.
Yeah. Rangers seem to have a... I don't know, a consistent streak of just barging into players once the ball's gone.
Well, I think that one seemed more of a genuine
maybe.
attempt for the ball, to be fair to Hardy. Caldente. Ball into the box, towards forward of the back post, and able to get there. Caldente's realised where the space is in this game.
Yeah,
and
Ford's in
already picked out Ford and goal scoring chance, and she put it away. Now try to do it again, but it hasn't quite worked out this time.
Rangers will take their time for this goal kick. There's a minute left. They're in no rush. They will be... I think if you asked Joe Potter before the game that you'd be 1-0 down at half time, I think she'd have taken it.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to hold on 0-0, but 1-0 is not a bad result so far at all.
No, I think she would have perhaps asked if she was pushing her luck for a few more shots, a bit more attacking action from Rangers, but
a shot at least.
In this mythical scenario where Regini's offering her 1-0, I think she'd take it.
Joe Potter woke up this morning and Genie was there. Yeah, approaching additional time then, if we get any. And Arsenal coming forward. Have they got one last chance in this game? In this half, sorry.
Musso ball in, and that is haphazardly dealt with by the Rangers defence.
Sliced away.
Indeed, and it's out for a throw on this near side. Fox. Little, that is a pass that... she'll feel she's let herself down there with that one, Little. A good chance for Arsenal. It's fallen apart there. Either way, though, it won't really matter. There's no additional time, and it's half-time. Arsenal 1, Rangers 0. A goal from Caitlin Ford, the only thing separating the two sides so far. But, if you've watched the game, you'll see there's a lot separating the two sides. Arsenal have been the better team here. Rangers unable to really offer much threat in front of goal. However, the scoreline does give them a chance in the second half to bounce back. Can they offer more of a fight in the second half, Harry?
Potentially so. I think that's the main takeaway for Rangers, is they put themselves in a position where they're still in the game. They can still get back in this. That'll be what Joe Potter wanted from them. Rangers still stand a chance. They defended pretty well in there. Arsenal once they got their goal, they kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit because they'd already got the breakthrough. But overall, I think both sides will be pretty happy with the first half. Rangers would like to hold on. Arsenal would like to score more, but equally, it's not a bad result for either side so far.
No, definitely not. Arsenal have had chances to add more to their tally as well. There's been some good bits of defending from Rangers. There's also been some missed opportunities for Arsenal. So
yeah, very much so.
Gone both ways.
A good half. I do think that if it carries on like it did in the first half, that Arsenal will get a couple more in the second half, especially as Rangers start to tire, and Arsenal can bring on players from the bench who are going to have the same quality but a better fitness level. It definitely could see a few more for Rangers, but if maybe not, if Rangers keep defending heroically and they can get a goal in the second half, it could be a very, very different game.
Well, I'm going to go take a quick break if that's all right. I'll leave you talking through these highlights that they're showing on the game. Yeah,
I mean, this is the Ford goal. She does well. It's a brilliant ball from Calrente. Ford just drops off the back of her, the back shoulder of her marker, gives herself a bit of room to use. Calrente plays a beautiful ball across the pitch, and then Caitlin Ford heads it past the goalkeeper. But Arsenal have looked really sharp. I think, we start new signing. Mariana Calrente has looked very tidy. She looks like a very, very dangerous player. We know how good she is, and it's great to see her thriving in Arsenal red. She's looked very, very dangerous, caused Rangers a lot of problems. Obviously, getting that assist for the Ford goal, definitely something we're going to see from her this season, is setting up a lot of chances for her teammates to score. But she's a brilliant player and she's performing well. It's no surprise, really. I think, she's come into this game and really she's looked really sharp. I think Ford as well has looked pretty decent. Obviously got the goal. It was a well-taken header. Should have had another one, really. A double save from Essen with a bit weird. Very close proximity. Both Ford and the goalkeeper on the floor. Ford kind of just flicks it up at the goalkeeper and it was swatted away by Essen, but Ford had a decent game, clearly. She as we said before in the build-up, Caitlin Ford is fighting for her place in this Arsenal side, and every game, every performance, games like today, the fact she's on the score sheet, it's positive for her. She's proving that she deserves to start in this Arsenal side, that she wants to keep her place, and that's really good for her. I think I Arsenal will be happy with the fact they're leading, the fact their players are performing as well. I think the wingers have definitely had the biggest impact. I think out wide is where the danger has come for Arsenal. I think Russo's been a bit quiet, but that's because they haven't really managed to get the ball into her. Hill has done a very, very good job of staying very tight to her and keeping her off the ball. I think Manham's linked up pretty well with the wide players. The pivot has looked really, really strong between Cooney Cross and Little. It's good to see them both getting on the ball, linking up the play, playing well. The fullbacks of McCabe and Fox both have done really well, getting forward, and we spoke about it as well during the game. It's that rotation of who pushes on. McCabe will overlap, so Fox will become a back, will help. Will drop in, and then when Fox overlaps, McCabe sits into the back three and shuffles in. So Arsenal playing it really well at the moment. I think they're balancing it well. They've definitely set up in the right way to play against an opposition like Rangers. I think if they were playing against a side in the WSL or a bigger side like Man City on game week 1, I don't think Arsenal will play like they have tonight because they'd be way too open and City would run rings around them. So I don't think we can take too much from tonight about how Arsenal are going to play going forward. But I definitely think we can take the performance at its level and we can say that Arsenal are clearly playing well and that they really can push on this season. Obviously, as we've mentioned before, we did put our WSL previews for this season are going out at the moment. We started today with Arsenal. So if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a rival fan, after the stream, go and watch that preview. It's on our channel now. It's for Arsenal fans, I think they'll be happy. We were pretty positive about Arsenal's goals for this season, and I definitely think that they are in for a good season. So make sure to go watch that video. Thanks to everyone that's watched it already. But yeah, Arsenal looking really strong, and I hope from a neutral point of view and from a competitive point of view, I really hope Arsenal can deliver the promise that they are showing. If they can get to the UWCL proper, if they can, challenge the big sides in Europe on Europe's biggest. If they can challenge the big sides in Europe on Europe's biggest stage, if they can, go and challenge Barcelona and Lyon and PSG like Chelsea have been doing for years. Man City and Arsenal both included. Want to see them in Europe this season. But for Arsenal, I think the main thing is to be back in the hunt for the WSL. Last season they dropped off mid-season and it became a 2-horse race very, very quickly. The game at Stamford Bridge was kind of the deciding point to when we realised that Arsenal weren't in the title race no more. They don't want that this season. Arsenal should be gunning for the title for the whole season. I'm not saying they should go win it. City and Chelsea are really, really good sides and it will be very competitive. But what I'm saying is Arsenal should be there. They should have a chance in the last game week. They should be there with Chelsea, with City, and it should be very close. And that's what they need to deliver. Yes, they won the Conti Cup last year, and I think bringing in silverware each year is very strong. And if you're an Arsenal fan, please get involved. Please have your say on the game, on how you think your season's going to go. Please get involved if you're an Arsenal fan, or anyone really. If you've got an opinion, let me know. Get talking in the live chat. But I think for Arsenal, the Conti Cup is good, but they want to deliver more. Go win the FA Cup. Go win the Conti Cup. Challenge for the WSL. If Arsenal came away this season with a Conti Cup and 2 trophies, but if they won the FA Cup, won the Conti Cup, were second in the WSL by 2 points and got to the Champions League quarter-finals, I think that's a brilliant season. I really do, and that'd be a massive upgrade on what we've seen from Arsenal in the last 2 years. That would be a really positive step. You'd be bringing in 2 trophies, you'd be right back in the hunt for the WSL, and you'd be in the last 8 in Europe, and that would be huge. I think, Arsenal, they want to bring Champions League nights to the Emirates, and they want to, and I know today's at Meadow Park, but it's the same incentive. They want to bring the fans, they want to bring the players the games they deserve. They deserve that game at home to Barcelona. I look at these players need to be playing in the top competitions. That starts tonight, and Idaval has shown that he knows that. He knows that tonight is a huge game. It's as big as any other game they'll play this season. They need to win tonight, they need to win Saturday, and they need to win in a few weeks' time. Get themselves into the proper tournament, get themselves into the UWCL, and then we can really see how good they are. Playing against the best of the best, Arsenal can really test themselves. But going into second half, for Arsenal, it's about killing the game off. Go out there, score 2 or 3 more goals, get the youth players on, rest up your big stars, win the game, get it over with, and focus on Saturday. Because that's the thing you've got to remember, is that everyone playing tonight, they've got to play in 2 days. If they win today, they've got to play in 2 days' time. And that's a very difficult thing to do.
Very, but the same situation was for Rosengard.
Of course, yes, they're both in the same boat.
Very much so, but yes. Anyway, I will give my thoughts on that first stuff. It wasn't too much to talk about, really. Arsenal were very good. Rangers did okay with the means they have, but yeah, good stuff for Arsenal. Definitely some interesting tactical stuff. It was not surprising to see Caldente coming inside, to see McCabe going out wide. What was more surprising was to see them overlapping both fullbacks in different moments, because what we expected to see, and it makes sense with Caitlin Ford because she can drift inside as well, but what we expected to see was to only have McCabe overlapping and Fox always used as a situational back three, as a third defender when Arsenal would go and attack in their rest defence. But we've seen both fullbacks get forward intermittently tonight, which is quite interesting to see. It's something we've not really seen tactically. It's aided by the fact that Zinsberger is letting them get really high by being an option in possession, which is very interesting as well. So yeah, lots of interesting tactical things happening tonight from Idaval. It's something we've not really seen from the owner side of Idaval. A bit of tactical ingenuity. So I think that's a real positive that Arsenal fans should be pleased to see. Idaval is changing his tactics, is doing something tactically. So yeah, that's how you beat other teams, isn't it? They've got the players now. If they change their tactics, they're even more advanced. They should be able to make up the ground, and they should be in the fight for the WSL title. But yeah, they'll be hoping to fight on all 4 fronts this season. Obviously, last season, the only honour they claimed was that Conti Cup title. They didn't go very deep in the FA Cup. They're knocked out by Manchester City in one of the early rounds. In the league, they were in the title fight till about February. But yeah, I think Harry's talking about it, where Arsenal want to be competing for titles this season. They want to be the second, if not the first best team in the WSL in England. So I do think they can do that. I think they are a really good side. So it's going to be interesting to see who can emerge as the early favourites in the WSL. But obviously right now, all focus for Arsenal is on this UWCL knockout tie. It's going to be a tough second half because Rangers are going to keep defending as stoically as they have, and eventually Rangers are going to have to come for the game if they want to try and win it. For Arsenal, it'll be about breaking them down and making sure they get a second goal before Rangers start to get any ideas, really. Arsenal will be hoping to put this game out of doubt by about the 60th minute. If they can get a handful of goals, they'll put themselves in that position. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But, yeah, and of course, if there are Arsenal fans watching, which I assume there are, then do make sure to check out our Arsenal preview at some point that's convenient. Probably not right now. It's a half an hour video. You won't have time before the second half gets underway. But do make sure to check it out when you get a moment. But yeah, other than that, WSL season in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. But yeah, do feel free to leave any opinions, any queries in chat. We'll make sure to get through them before second half gets underway. Second half should be getting started very shortly. We didn't have any additional time in that first half, which was interesting. Obviously, there weren't many stoppages, to be fair. And the only stoppages was obviously the goal for Caitlin Ford and a couple of times that Wilkinson decided to lump into someone. But other than that, weren't many stoppages in the first half. So understandable in that regard. But yeah, I think if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'll be very pleased with that first half. They did a professional job. They got the goal. They could have had other goals. But again, with Arsenal, we're left in that situation at half-time where they are only 1 goal up. They are not in a entirely convincing position yet. I don't think it'll be an issue today, but it is definitely something to think about given how dominant they have been. They had games like this last season where they were dominant and the team on top for large periods, and then you would see them not put any of those chances away. They get to the second half, the other side change something up, and in the second half it starts to become a little bit more nervy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether that does happen or not. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that first half. good to be back with domestic football. Good to be back, or European football, obviously tonight, but having domestic club football back soon, it's very exciting. And obviously this weekend, Arsenal could be in action if they win tonight. They will face Rosenborg. We've got Chelsea playing their last friendly, I believe, of pre-season. We've got the Women's Championship starting up this weekend, which is fun as well. So, yeah, it all seems to be starting again, which is, very fun. Very fun. But, yeah, second half should be starting shortly. Not too much to say. I think Harry covered a lot of it while I was gone. But, yeah. But to see if we see Kafai tonight as well. I think we'll probably see. I think Kafai is someone that could come on. Depends on what situation they're in. If they are looking to get a goal, I think we'll see Kafai. We'll see Blackstenius. If they are 2-3-0 up, they might look at Leah, might look at Aguamang, maybe potentially Katie Reid as well. So they've got options from the bench tonight, and they'll be able to bring those on. As I say, I hope to see Kafai. That would be fun. But yeah, player who definitely intrigues me, Rosa Kafai. Very exciting to watch. And yeah, very good coup as well for Arsenal to pull that transfer off with interest from the likes of Chelsea and Barcelona and Lyon. So yeah, great signing. Be good to see her tonight make her competitive debut. We've already seen Caldente do that. But yeah, welcome back, Harry. How was your break?
I had a great time.
That's good.
I'm looking forward to some second half action in this game. Hopefully, we'll see a few more goals. Arsenal will be hoping that they can put this game to bed very swiftly and start the focus on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely.
Saturday afternoon, it's Saturday evening.
Is it?
Yes. I think it's the same time kick-off, I think.
Well, that is good.
Yeah, Rangers, are they making a change?
Have they even set the time for Saturday yet?
Yeah, I think it's 7 p.m.
Okay. That's not the same time kick-off.
Oh, yeah. Rangers are making a sub.
Here's number 14 for whom? I hear you
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Is it Wilkinson? Because you get in fights.
No, but I can tell you that coming on is Macaulay.
Wilkinson's
There's
still
Wilkinson,
there.
so it's definitely not Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Didn't see the number, annoyingly.
But that's the other weird thing about this group thing. There's a third place playoff.
Why?
If Arsenal... I don't know. I didn't actually... if someone does know, please let us know. But so as it stands, if Atletico Madrid would have to play Rangers.
So would do the winners of those games then
go back into something else?
Back into this?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have a look later. Arsenal then ready to get us underway for the second half, hoping to get through tonight.
And they're not the ball back, and they're underway again here at Meadow Park. McCabe. Back to Cadena. McCabe. Looking for a forward pass, so it is Brogan Hay off for Mia Macaulay on this right hand side. That's an interesting call.
Yeah. Didn't really see much from Hay.
It's a very intriguing out of possession system, this, for Rangers. I
I'm
can never
trying to
really
work out
what anyone's playing, but it's worked for them so far.
Yeah.
Macaulay trying to do it. It looks like they might have gone to wing backs now, actually. A 5-2-1-2, I think.
Little bit of a reshuffle. Gives them a little bit more going forward, I suppose. Because I think Rangers, obviously, they won't worry about it now, but they're going to have to start thinking about scoring a goal.
Well, that front three is definitely two strikers and a top midfielder.
Yeah.
With Thompson in there. Here's McCabe.
Yeah, so that's a back three.
Yeah, they've changed up then. Oh, we're trying to come forwards. Macaulay. Hasn't quite come off. Trying to fight McCabe for the ball. Oh, no, it's not McCabe. Cadena. Cadena's been learning from McCabe.
What is Cadena has been going around tonight? I was Caldente.
Yeah, spent too much time with Katie McCabe. That's what happens.
We're just trying to calm them down, but yeah. So what happened here? So McCabe's the one who trips Macaulay up. Caldente then just picks the ball up. I mean, I don't know why Macaulay does that, because Caldente doesn't look like she's going to throw the ball. She looks like she's going to give it back.
Yeah, bit strange. Justin Williams says, don't know any Rangers players. Who's the most famous To be fair, I wasn't too sure on many before tonight. Their striker Wilkinson is very prolific in the Scottish League. She's got 4 hat-tricks in her last 4 games. Or she got a hat-trick in her last 4 games. Probably the best way to say that sentence. Other than that, probably the manager, to be fair, Jo Potter. She's a former Lioness. But yeah, I have to say I wasn't too clued up on many of the Rangers players before tonight's match.
Decent side, though.
Yeah, they've done well tonight. I thought that Arsenal would have it easier than they have.
Yeah. But, like, hats off to the Rangers fans that have made the trip to Meadow Park tonight. It's incredible. Wednesday night, you know your side's probably going to lose. You come down from Scotland to
hell of a trek, isn't it?
Brilliant commitment.
But I guess for Rangers fans, it is the biggest occasion for them. Because obviously all the Scottish League sides, they're relatively close. So you don't have too many huge away days. So for them, it's quite a nice thing.
And I guess, to be fair, if you look at the amount of away supporters there are, that is probably just one bus. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
The club might just put a couple of buses on.
Probably.
So it makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. Also, there might be supporters in the area and stuff like that who wouldn't normally get to go to games.
Rangers, they've looked comfortable in the second half. Arsenal really taken their foot off the gas since they've scored, and it looks like it's going to continue a little bit. Kadina.
Hardy trying to fight there for it. Little winning the battle though. Here's Cooney Cross. Now McCabe. Kadina. Back to Williamson, and Wilkinson's loved the body at her again there.
Certainly a fiery player.
Yeah.
But it kind of works. It kind of unsettles Arsenal a little bit.
Yeah. Cooney Cross. Nice football, Caldente.
Lovely ball.
Trying to fight for possession. Cooney Cross plays out wide. Fox tries to take on Macaulay. That's blocked. Williamson delivers it in towards the back post, and she can't quite get her position right there. Freedom Adam.
Wow.
Didn't anticipate that ball dropping to her at the far post and wasn't quite able to adjust her body to take a shot at goal.
Yeah, it's a good ball in from Leah Williamson. Lovely curling ball. Just does what to set it in front of her. Delivers it well. As you say, Manham kind of just caught unaware. The ball looked like it was going to be cleared, and just doesn't read that it's going to drop for her. Puts her leg up, but it's a bit of a half-assed effort. But again, she wasn't expecting that ball to come. Push there as well from...
Caldante's played it quickly. Chance for Arsenal. Ford gives the same effort away.
I think Caldente maybe played that a bit too quickly for Arsenal as well as Rangers.
Yeah, ref seemed happy with it though.
Yeah,
ref was on the ball.
Caldente and ref were on the same wavelength. Don't think anyone else on the pitch was.
And was some very brave Arsenal fan there. Has had a Champions League patch to Arsenal shirt. Now, if she's got no printing, that's all right, because the men's side are in the Champions League.
Yes.
And I'm guessing, it is the men's Champions League, to be fair. So, if it was the women's Champions League, that's very brave.
That is brave.
Little. And Fox unable to hold on to that. It's out of play for a Rangers throw. Eddie. One back in there by Cooney Cross. Now Caldente.
So dangerous when she's on the ball.
That's why one back, and Rangers look to come forwards now. Wilkinson. That's a poor pass there. Her and Hardy just haven't been on the same wavelength much tonight. Those combinations haven't really come together.
Yeah, no.
Giving chase now to Kadina as Wilkinson. Kadina to Zinsberger, now McCabe.
This may not be something that will bother Arsenal, but we're 51 minutes in here. It's only a goal to nil. I'm starting to think in my head, when do Rangers pull the trigger? When do they,
80 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got...
I don't think they'll do it yet.
Anything.
But the thing is, what you've got to think about is that we're in a scenario where that's a possibility.
And this is why we talk about this, because the same thing happened in the Champions League qualification last year.
Yes.
Is that Arsenal were lax. Arsenal didn't kill the game off, and they ended up losing and ended up being knocked out. They can't do that. They've got to get into the Champions League this year.
I think all Paris FC do is score a goal, take the penalties and win.
Actually got in that, does he?
It does, yeah, because you just automatically win at penalties.
It's great at everything.
But
I'm so surprised no big club's gone for that.
yeah, same.
But
again, Paris FC, they're in the Champions League, and so there isn't too many steps up for her, really.
True.
Because like he's Man United, like think Man
Financially,
United.
the WSL's a step up though, even if it's somewhere like Villa.
Yeah.
But I guess for clubs like Villa, why go there when you can get D'Angelo for free?
Little
with WSL experience. Man, I'm not sure what she's trying to do with
that
that on there.
experience is an interesting one.
Just I can't wait for the WSL season to begin. Yeah, very true. With the previews and with the fantasy set up last week, I'm really in the mood now. Can't wait. I mean, obviously we've had pre-season and stuff and watching all that and getting into the mood. But
I think it's the competitive. I fully bit all that sloppy from Rangers.
There's little chance to get a shot away. Cuts inside, takes save, and that's deflected wide. Brilliant block in there from McLaughlin.
It's an incredible block from McLaughlin, but Little has got to shoot sooner. She bursts into the box, then she's got to hit it. She cuts onto her left foot. It's a brilliant block. But Little lets Rangers off with that one. But definitely, can't wait for those to start, really. And I fully believe this season we're going to have a 3-way title fight.
Yeah.
I seriously do. Maybe United, maybe not.
I could sit. I can definitely sit. No, not United.
No.
Maybe a different team.
They'll be in a 3-0 fight for Europe, though. McCabe.
Will they? They haven't got a goalkeeper. Well, it's the box.
They have a goalkeeper.
It's going to be interesting to see. A lot of United fans want to put faith in Fallon Torres-Joyce. I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge downgrade from Mary Earps. The fact they've not replaced someone.
Or big gloves to fill, I suppose.
Yeah. True.
Earps has huge hands.
Tiny feet.
Yeah.
Here's McCabe. We had 96 people, by the way, in the Women's Football Chat Fantasy WSL League. So if you are playing that, fancy getting involved, or if you aren't playing yet, then do play it now.
So, yeah, 4 away from a big 100. It's very, very simple to do. Just got to pick 15 players, put 11 in a team, and win the league. Which you won't have to do, because that's what I'm going to do.
Right. Well, that's a lie. Caldente. Williamson. Forward pass looking for Russo, doesn't quite come off. Now Rangers looking to build out.
I think I'm gonna say this. Rangers are in this game.
About that.
Rangers are really in this game.
Here's McLaughlin. That's an ambitious pass, doesn't quite come off, and Cooney Cross will try and get that under our control. Justin says, would you put more blame for Arsenal struggles on midfield or forwards?
Manager. I think they've got brilliant.
I don't tonight. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are quick to blame Eidevall because they love the Arsenal forwards, but Arsenal created chances and they didn't take them last season. And the same thing's happening tonight. They've had opportunities.
I mean, Russo hasn't touched the ball tonight. But I mean, now she's got a great dribble.
I was going to say she's not scored any goals. She's not had it in the box, but she has been good in build.
Hill's done a good job to stop her as well.
Yeah. Here's Ford coming down this left-hand side. Ball into the box. It's blocked. Will fall from McCabe. Little's and eggs on the edge. McCabe looks to cross instead. Had to look at Little there.
Yeah. Calente's look sharp. Ford's look right. I think Little's been at Little. The amount of times the ball's fallen to Kim Little on the edge of the area and she's just not had a shot. It just surprises me.
Yeah, by the way, Sam Turner asking, do you guys have a fancy WSL code? Yes, I'll put it in the stream chat now. Look for a moderator with a fancy WSL code.
Yeah.
Then you can join it. If not, if you go to our socials, we've put it on there as well. So you can find it there. It's on the community tab on YouTube and it is on the Twitter as well. Or the X. And it's on Instagram. It's everywhere. So look out for it. But yeah.
Wilkinson commits a foul there on Cadena.
No.
That's been the best battle of the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly think Rangers are in this game. They don't have a shot, which is mental to say that a team are in the game.
Ball in towards the box, and no one.
I was just waiting to look an idiot.
Challenging for it. They have swapped Calante and Ford now.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
And Calante does not look as promising.
No, it's a weird decision because Calante's definitely a left winger. But if it means Ford's on her favoured side, that gives a chance for her to shine, I guess.
For Idaval, what's the next step here now? You've got just over half an hour. You are only 1 goal up in a game that is decided on the night. It's a very precarious position to be in.
Yeah, you go Black Tennis. Direct. Goal scorer. She just scores goals. Black Tennis. There's no... She doesn't do the build-up work as well as Russo does. She doesn't do the link-up play as well. But she is very good at just putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Goal.
Yeah. Justin Williams says, people really hate Jonas at the games in USA. That's all I heard. It's fascinating to me. I think a lot of people don't like him because Arsenal haven't been successful under him. And I get that because he hasn't won enough trophies. And I don't like the bloke because he's the Arsenal manager. But I do think tactically he's not terrible. Arsenal's forwards have just... I think the issue is a lot of Arsenal's fans like their players a lot. And I get that. But sometimes you've got to say, well, Russo's not scored enough goals.
Yeah.
You know, she's missing too many chances tonight. But in general, I think... You know, some academy has to be shared though, because Idaval's got to create an environment where they are, you know, creating quality chances. I think that comes into question at times. Ball chance now should be a goal. It's a goal. It finds its way through to Ford, who buries it well. And well, to be fair to Caitlin Ford tonight, she has looked clinical when she's had chances. That's Arsenal 2, Rangers 0. A brace from Caitlin Ford.
Yeah. Well taken goal from Ford. I'll be very interested to just watch this goal back. Because to me, Ford looks miles offside. I
think it was just because the right centre half has stepped back and the right back hasn't. So it looks like she's in a load of space.
So Little does want to win it back.
Space, so it's just
poked through.
She just runs onto it there.
Oh, yeah, I think she's alright.
Because they're playing a 5-back now, there's not someone directly marking Ford. Yeah. Just bursts in from an onside position.
Yeah.
To be fair, Arsenal aren't showing any camera angles that suggest otherwise, but they wouldn't, would they?
No.
Ball chance now for Russo, fires home!
Wow.
And that's a quick fire double for Arsenal. Really good stuff, and they now take control in this game. Arsenal 3, Rangers 0. Rangers have fallen apart there. We weren't even done watching the replay of the second goal, and the third one's in the back of the net.
I would like to correct myself. Rangers are no longer in this game. That's game set match. And that's what Arsenal were looking for in this second half. They were looking just to kill the game off, and that's what they've done in a minute. And
now we don't question Idaval anymore. He's a tactical genius. He knew that was coming.
Keeper.
And now they can sub on Vivian Lear and Aguirre instead.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think...
Well, that's quickly changed. Arsenal are through, suddenly.
Yes, well done, Arsenal.
A moment ago, we thought that Rangers might be able to offer a late fight. Now it looks very unlikely they'll be able to do anything like that.
That's game over.
That's poor from Rangers.
That is shocking.
You can't concede.
It doesn't matter.
Such quick succession.
It doesn't matter what opposition or who you are or what is happening in the game. You can't concede 2 in a minute.
Yeah. Here's Cooney Cross. So our Rangers seem to be falling apart here as Russo gets another opportunity. Good defending in there from Hill. Here is Ford.
Ford looked good tonight.
Now Fox ball in. Yeah.
That's what it is. I definitely think that it's harsh to blame Idaval for the last two years. However, as we said in the preview, and as we've said many times when we watch the friendlies and stuff, I think this year is it. This year, if Arsenal do not deliver, it has to fall on Idaval. Because the squad is too good to fail.
That's the thing now. You've got players like Caldente and Kafai who will perform, and either he picks them and they'll probably do well either way, or his tactics aren't working, or he doesn't pick them and then he's not picking them, so sack him.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like the squad they've built. I think they've done well in the market this summer.
There's no excuses
Some shrewd
now.
business.
And also, if Idaval does well and he'll support him, we can all go back to hating Mark Skinner.
Which
is my favourite activity.
Yeah, I mean, I do it anyway on a daily basis.
I wake up in the morning and go, I've got just picture of him and a dartball.
Interesting bloke.
Yeah. Surprised he's in the job? Do you think the FA Cup saved him?
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
I just don't know what else on the market for Man United right now.
Oh, there's a fight kicked off between Ford and...
I'm not sure. The captain.
Yeah. McLaughlin?
Rafferty.
Rafferty's at there.
Doherty.
Diasa won, Doherty. It's been a very fiery game. Are Rangers up for a fight, or...
They're Scottish, of course they are. They're constantly...
I'm not sure what Ford's doing.
Yeah. Look, Ford's up for it, and that's what I want to see from Caden Ford.
I like that.
That's what you want to see from Caden Ford. Bit of aggression, a bit of fight.
I then hate this bit, because it's an Arsenal free kick. I hate that when they go mark each other at the corner. It's stupid.
Yeah. That's really good from Russo.
It
really,
is.
really good. The touch to keep it within her control and to get a shot away so quickly under pressure.
I really hope for Russo
Quality.
she has a good season. I really do.
For England, we need her too. We've got the Euros coming up next summer. I want to win it.
Alessia Russo, for me, on her day, is one of the best strikers in the WSL. Yeah, she's up there with Shaw. She's up there with Kurt. On her day, it'd be brilliant to see her backfiring again.
Yeah, and we need Tooney, so then we can sing Tooney
Yes.
and Alessia
I
Russo. And Williamson over.
I want to rock out in 2025 with Russo and Toon on fire, with the back line sorted out and strong, with our with a chosen goalkeeper, a strong pivot.
What is England's best back line?
Because
Because I'll be honest, I don't think there is any balance in a Bronze, Williamson, Bright, Charles backline.
there's not.
They're all great on paper, but you've got two really attacking fullbacks and two centre halves who are way too similar. It's just really difficult because Ruben Moy is very similar as well. So who does she play? Letitia?
Yeah, 100%. I think
Does she play centre half or right back?
depends how Bronze does for Chelsea this year. I genuinely think Letitia is a victim of the fact she plays for Skinners United. I think in a top 3 side, Letitia would be considered one of the best centre halves in the world.
Well, I saw an interesting thing, and it made me think because someone on we did a video on United about a week ago now.
Yeah.
It was a week ago now. Yeah, where we spoke about where Ella Toon and her season. How do they fit her and Clinton into the same team, and is Toon under pressure this year? And someone said, well, actually, I think we'll see Clinton and Toon start together. And it did make me think, because we know the versatility that Letitia has, will we see them use Letitia either as a right back inverting into midfield or a centre half pushing into midfield?
Yeah.
Either way, that's going to be really interesting to see if they do that, because that would still give them a double pivot of Letitia and someone like Niall Sund while being able to play Toon and Clinton. Plus, I think Clinton offers you enough defensively to be able to make that midfield work. So it's an interesting prospect. I think we could see that this season. I think I was on a coaching conference type thing.
Yeah.
And the guy on there, because he coached Letitia, was actually talking about how incredible her footballing IQ is, her movement and stuff like that is just top notch.
It's a shame that Mark
very
Skinner
versatile
turns her into some thumping, let's beat everyone up centre half.
Yeah. We did see at times her pushing to midfield last season. That's what gave me the idea. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
And then we did see her WWE moves that Skinner teaches her against Chelsea.
Indeed.
Arsenal are done now, aren't they? They've won this game. They're through. They've done exactly what they need to do. They got their opportunity and they took it with both hands.
They're in cruise control.
Yeah.
Here is McCabe.
I expect to see changes now coming on soon for Arsenal.
Caldente driving forwards. Now knocks it wide into Alessia Russo. McCabe. Caldente. McCabe again.
I think I'd go get Kafai on her first competitive debut. Yeah. I'd get Weinrother on back on the grass, back in competitive football, and I would go maybe Leah. Someone is coming on. That looks like Rosa Kafai to me.
Yeah, I couldn't quite.
Meanwhile, Arsenal scoring more goals.
Header on target and it's safe. Well, yeah, Russo looking better now that you've criticised her.
Yes. I said Rangers in the game and Arsenal scored 2 goals. I said Russo had a great game, she had scored.
Yeah.
That's not a bad header either.
But that's what Russo does. She gets involved in the link up. You don't really see that part, and then if she gets a chance, she tends to take it.
Problem was for Arsenal last year is they didn't link up. No one linked up.
She didn't take a chance. She didn't link up well.
No. Terrible.
But yeah. Chelsea says, Jack and Aaron, how do you feel about Chelsea's season so far? I assume we're talking about the men's. Good stuff so far. We won't go into it too much on this channel, but
whatever will be, will be.
We should have beaten Palace. We were competitive against City and we battled Wolves, so I'm confident.
I'm intrigued to see if we can build if a Bompast or Idaval rivalry will build.
That would be fun. Yeah.
We saw Hayes and Idaval come to a lot of blows. Big blows as well.
Yeah, I think the best way for Bonpastor to win over the Chelsea fans is just to call Idaval a mug.
Post-match pressure after the Chelsea-Arsenal game, like 5 game weeks in. I don't like the bloke.
Yeah, definitely.
Burn that bridge immediately. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be very interesting because I think it's... Obviously, in terms of pedigree, Bonpastor beats Taylor and Idaval out of the water. You know?
Yeah.
But I think in terms of actual how their teams play tactically, I think it's quite close. I think Gareth Taylor's brilliantly. Brilliant.
I don't.
Okay.
But I think that while Bonpastor's tactics is still... While they're still adapting to it, while Chelsea's still working on that, I think there's an opportunity to exploit that. However, I would argue once Bonpastor has worked that out...
We win.
She's tactically better than Taylor and Idaval.
She probably is. What do Idaval and Taylor have over Bonpastor?
The fact that their squad's settled. The fact that they are settled in the role. Experience in the WSL.
They're not big. They're factors. They're not significant factors.
No, but they're not going to be. I think Bonpastor's inheriting the best team in the league. I think that she has proven her worth now as a manager. Yeah, she's not coaching the WSL, but I don't think it's like the Premier League where there's a huge gap. I think it is fair. I know there's more competition at the top, but I don't think there's a huge difference in the style.
You are taking the probably third best manager in club football in the last decade and putting her into...
That's a hell of a statement.
What? Growlers and Hayes? Oh, what a strike!
Let's shut that conversation up because Caitlin Ford has completed a hat-trick. Brilliant stuff from Ford tonight. That's a hell of a ball into the box. Ford meets it sweetly on the volley to send Arsenal through to the next round of the Champions League qualifiers.
A perfect hat-trick for Ford, left foot, right foot header, and a perfect night for Arsenal. That is definitely game, set, match, the final nail in Rangers' coffin. Arsenal will be staying at home on Saturday, facing Rosenborg for a chance to reach the second round of qualifiers. That is a brilliant strike from Caitlin Ford. You know stopping that.
Score that so sweetly.
Yeah. And you can see what it means to her to be back on the score sheet in such, scoring fashion.
Well, you have to be in scoring fashion to be on the score sheet, but she's been electric tonight. In a testament as well to Katie McCabe in that higher role. She's been involved in a lot of the goals tonight. The first one for Ford she was involved in, she passed to Carlin Tay, who whipped it in. That one, a really good ball in from Katie McCabe. Finished well by Caitlin Ford.
Double change there as well. That was Russo and that was Manham off for Blackstenius and Rosa Kafai on the pitch in a competitive game in an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah, Kafai's competitive debut. Kyra Cooney cross now.
Could we go back to my point?
Maybe.
About Bonpastor being the third best manager in the last decade in domestically.
Maybe since 2020. I don't have that.
Who's ahead of her then in the last decade?
Cortez, Giraldes, the Lyon manager before her.
Okay, all the Barcelona managers.
The Barcelona manager before Cortez. Yeah.
Hayes?
No. I'd love to say yes, but she's not won the Champions League. And I do think the WSL is hard to win. So that mitigates it somewhat. But Hayes as Chelsea have not won the Champions League.
It's close.
They got to the final in 2021. No, 2020.
It's a weird one, that. Because I think...
And got battered.
If like what City did last year, if they deliver, of course, those are much harder to win. But I think it was the consistency of PSG... Well, we have seen Chelsea walk the WSL some years because the other teams haven't turned up.
No, they haven't.
Well, yeah,
Chelsea have not walked the WSL in years. Last year they won on goal difference. The year before they won by a point.
Oh, but United weren't. Come on.
United were in it. No, brilliant that year. They had two and they had Russo. They played really well.
Yeah, the year before, I'm trying to think. What year? Because Chelsea have won by quite...
A lot of the recent title fights have been super close.
They have. The problem is, I think...
The thing that I find is really silly this season is while we might have, in theory and in practicality, the tightest teams, the teams that are closest, I don't think it's going to be decided on goal difference.
No.
Russo chance, saved one.
Well, Blackstenius, Bruce or something.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Gafai put a nice ball in there. Yeah, I think it's definitely be close.
Yeah.
It could, like, because the squads are so close, that was handball, but because the squads were so close, it could literally come down to who bottles at the end. And again, if you look at those three sides, you go Chelsea have got more in it.
Yeah.
If it comes down to 90 minutes to win the league on the last day of the season, I think majority of people will put their money on Chelsea.
City will struggle against Villa while Chelsea put 5 past United.
6.
6 in the end, yeah, true.
God, United were bad.
But yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. I think that with the added complication of Tottenham, Liverpool, United being somewhat competitive, they will take points, I think, off the top sides this season, like they did last year to Arsenal.
And Chelsea.
Well, Liverpool did, yeah, true. And Brighton in the case of Man City, but...
Yeah, everyone else dropped points. And I mean...
Arsenal, yeah, and then dropped points to other sides.
United, and I guess it's still... I mean, I know it doesn't count to the league, Tottenham. But United beat Chelsea in the Cup. Tottenham beat City in the Cup. Although Tottenham were on penalties and United played a different sport. So it's hard. As Evan's playing basketball again. Oh, I mean, Arsenal should have had a penalty, but it doesn't really matter at this point. It was handball from Rafferty, I think. No, it wasn't Rafferty. McLaughlin.
I didn't see the number.
It was handball. It doesn't really matter at this point in the game.
Here is Mariona Caldente. Finds Stina Blackstenius. Looks to dart inside. Options around her. Switches the play now to Emily Fox. Fox now looking to deliver the ball. Goes back to Leah Williamson, who swings one in towards the far post. Caldente can't quite keep it alive. And that's out for a Rangers goal kick.
Yeah, just about seeing out the next 16 minutes. We've seen 2 changes, probably see some more as we get towards the end of the game.
Potentially,
yeah. I think we're definitely in for a big season in the WSL.
Yeah.
It's going to be enjoyable. Whatever happens, it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, obviously Arsenal City match week 1 is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea were hoping for a draw in that one. Puts them in the best possible position.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think you have got your top 3, and then I think I'm very excited to see the battle for you, because with the Europa League place as well, I think that battle for 4th is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah.
You've got United, Tottenham and Liverpool, who should all be up there again.
Yeah, do we know what's happening with Europa League?
I don't know.
They announced it, that they were going to do it, and then they sort of just act like it doesn't exist.
How are you going to qualify for it? Someone tell us.
No idea.
But I'm sure you see what Aston Villa can do, because they've made some big deals.
Or is it just not on the table because it goes to FA Cup winner potentially?
Oh, maybe. I'll have to have a look. We'll find that out before Saturday.
Caldente. Little. Fox. Caldente.
It wouldn't be the winner of the 3rd place.
Ball in and it's saved.
No, it wouldn't be.
What?
It wouldn't be the winner of the 3rd place thing this year, would it? In the Champions League.
In the Europa League next year.
Yeah, no, that'd be silly. Ignore that. We'll find out.
The losers in the Champions League qualifiers presumably would try and qualify for the Europa League.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. And I think the relegation battle as well is another very interesting next season.
I find it intriguing they're trying to create a Europa League rather than just expand the Champions League. But they did the same in men's football, to be fair.
And I think it makes sense
more
because of the quality
more finals.
Because you could if you put all those sides together in the Europa League, it's competitive. But if you just chuck them into the Champions League, but like if Barcelona no offense to Liverpool. They're probably one of the strongest side in the Euro League, to be honest.
That's what I think. There'll only be one side running from England. Yeah. And then they get knocked down from the Champions League. So
if Barcelona rock up with whoever finishes 4th in the French league, they're gonna batter them.
True. Who's that? Can't think it was last year.
No. Obviously, it's Lyon, PSG, Paris FC.
Yeah.
I can't remember who finished 4th. Because at that point, it doesn't really matter.
It was Reims who qualified for Champions League anyway.
Oh.
So it would be Fleury Meragis US.
Now, no offence to Fleury Meragis US, but
I've never heard of them before.
yeah, I don't think they'd be brilliant. But yeah,
Barcelona, the Liga F last season, would be Levante.
who would put up a decent
Not
fight?
bad.
Yeah, they're not. No, they're not. I was thinking, if you had a Europa League where you had United and Levante fighting, that'd be good.
Mindful Affleck says, I thought Europa qualifying teams were whoever qualified to the Champions League but didn't advance to the group stage. Well, we imagine they'll also qualify for it, Mindful Affleck. That happens in the men's game at least. I've not really seen how they don't have.
I think have they actually said what's happening? Or have they just gone with doing this?
They said they're going to do a Europa League next year, but I don't think there's been a proper logistics thing announced. Lucky, welcome to the stream. Says, hey lads, good to see you. Ball in and that's over. Joseph says, if Man City never got beat by Arsenal, they would have won the title. Yes, they would have. They've only needed a point in that final match against Aston Villa.
If they'd beaten Brighton.
That's how football works. Sometimes Chelsea beating Liverpool, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I think it evens out because Chelsea also lost to Arsenal. Your City lost to Brighton while Chelsea lost to Liverpool. Just one of those. Double change for Arsenal.
That is Weinreuther, I believe.
Yeah.
And Leo Valti.
So no Leah, no Aguiman yet. That makes sense. Give Fox a rest.
Not a huge
Cooney
surprise.
Cross as well, resting two players that were at the Olympics a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, true.
Obviously Fox, gold medal. Yes, gold
Yes,
medalist.
gold medalist.
Cooney Cross. No, didn't get a medal. What did Australia do? Oh, they lost to
Germany.
Germany.
That's Germany in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, because Germany beat Canada, didn't they? In the right, yes, it's fine.
No, they didn't lose to Germany in the quarterfinals.
No,
They who did they play?
they got their group. I can't remember now.
Let's search.
US.
Oh, maybe. Yes.
Yeah, USA.
2-1 loss.
Not a bad game.
Justin said he could do a video on your Ballon d'Or pick. Potentially.
I did see that. I was confused, so I stopped reading it.
Potentially. I mean, we've for the next month we've got WSL. Well, next 2 weeks we've got WSL previews coming out, and then we'll be into the season. So we'll probably just do content on that. And by that point, the Ballon d'Or won't be relevant anymore. But yeah, going to give it to Bob Matty, despite the fact it should probably be someone else. But that is just one.
They might not.
They will.
Why?
Because she, for media reasons, she's the golden
They won the World Cup, didn't
star. That doesn't count towards this one.
Oh.
Last year's Ballon d'Or. The Olympics would.
they?
Count
Could it
this
go to
one.
US?
No. Don't think so.
Well, I mean,
They're just going to give it to Bob Matty.
okay,
That's what they do.
yeah.
It should go to Caroline.
I was trying to read the
She's better than that.
nominees, and then they were announcing them like 6 at a time. I'd read 6, and then the next 6 wouldn't appear, and then the other 6, the 6 are reread.
Yeah, they did that with the men's ones as well.
Yeah, I was confused.
Justin says, can you please tell me they took Russo off? Can you tell I'm listening at work? Oh yes, they have taken Russo
Yes,
off for
Blackstone.
Blackstone. Yeah, sorry,
That-
I didn't make that clear.
I think that was about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then Blackstone got a shot, but I thought it was Russo because I forgot.
And now they've made 2 other changes as well, so they've got 1 more left.
It's Cadena. McCabe.
Arsenal, we're hoping they could get 4 goals by half time on Saturday, really. But I think Rosenborg will be a tougher game.
Rosengard, isn't it? Oh, it's Rosenborg.
Is it? We are going to do some research for Saturdays.
Rosenborg.
Rosenborg.
That's a nicer game. I had in my mind as Rosengard for some reason.
Why is Rosenborg nicer? They beat Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, Rosengard are better.
Okay.
Oh, Linköping's lost to Sparta Prague as well after extra time.
Ooh.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, a lot of surprises today. A lot of surprises. I'm sure there'll be more on Saturday. Again, Arsenal, we're hoping that they are not one of them.
Indeed. But yeah. Other than that, to be fair, not too many huge shocks. Aleti out is a huge one.
Yeah, massive.
Frankfurt out.
Because if they'd lost to
Shocks,
Arsenal, that'd be
surprise.
understandable. But they haven't.
So 3 huge shocks, I would say.
We've seen some shocks today. I went wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
Hill's lost a corner. Hill, what do you call it? Giving away a corner.
Conceded.
Yeah, not lost a corner.
Look at the pitch. Christ, I lost the corner. Where's it gone?
Just take the corner out.
You know who says, let's go get one more.
Fair enough.
I assume an Arsenal fan then.
Well, if Wilkinson could score one of her hat-tricks that she loves to score...
Then Rangers have a chance.
Yeah.
She'll break a run of 4 games in a row with scoring a hat-trick.
Is Wilkinson on the decline? Next video.
McCabe. Little. Crosses it in, pushed away, and then it's struck wildly by Caldente.
I believe that the Women's Premier League season starts very similar time to the WSL, because I think...
Scottish one, yeah. It's the day after, isn't it?
I think Celtic Rangers is very early on in the season.
That'll be tasty.
Which, yeah, is big.
Transfer Arsenal, that's not quite come to fruition, but they've got another one here. Blackstenius goes back to Valti, who knees it down to McCabe. These two are just going to make some possession stats. McCabe into Valti. Again. Lovely flick around the corner there from Kafai. Little into Blackstenius, can't quite hold on to it, fighting away for it. It's poked out for a corner. Lucky says second round is played in season. Yes, it's the week around the opening. It's the midweeks either side of the opening WSL fixture, I believe. Which is a choice. But
that'll be a very interesting draw. There'll be some big sides in that.
Yeah.
You know, you'll probably, obviously, Man City and Arsenal being there. We'll probably see Benfica. We'll probably see Paris FC again. Arsenal obviously lost to them last year.
PSG.
Yes.
In there, Man City, Real Madrid, I believe, will have to qualify as well. Some big teams in there.
Yeah, huge teams.
Reims.
Could get tasty.
Ball in. Headed away, headed up in the air by Caldente. It's a bit of a mess. There's a couple of legs swung at it.
How is it not in the goal?
But as you say, not in the goal. Crucially.
That's a penalty.
And the ref blows and points to the spot. Arsenal penalty.
Yeah,
clumsy defending from Rangers.
Yeah, Stonewall penalty. I think is that Caldente just gets to the ball first, gets in front of the Rangers player who just swipes a leg and trips her up. No complaints whatsoever.
Caldente.
From, was it Ford? Who was it? We're going to find out. So messy in the box. Rangers just don't deal with it. Arsenal do well to keep it alive and keep the pressure on. The ball eventually is recycled out to the edge of the area. Who is it that just gets there first?
McCabe.
McCabe. Very smartly. Good feet. Draws the foul. Wins the penalty.
Oh, Wasim Jaga, welcome to the stream, and sorry if I mispronounced your name, saying ça mais j'ai misère. I don't speak le français, but welcome to the stream. I don't know what I've just said. That could be awful. Probably shouldn't have said it, but welcome to the stream.
Little for 5 then.
Waits for the referee's whistle. Steps up. And slots it home. Fires it home more like. In off the crossbar almost. And that's Arsenal 5. Rangers 0. 5-star performance for the Gunners tonight. As they cruise on through to the Champions League. Second round of the Champions League qualification.
Yes. Very, very solid performance from Arsenal.
Well, the final.
Good penalty
and
from Little. Yeah. I did say 5-0, I'd just like to say.
Well done, Harry.
It's the first prediction I've got right in a very long time. If Arsenal don't score anymore, great strike from Little. Some people go for placement. Little goes for power. Here's, put it past the keeper or smash the keeper. That's what she's done. What?
Smash the keeper.
You know what I mean? Smash it past the keeper.
But yeah, sub there for Arsenal. That is Kuhl on for Caldente.
Yep, again, just cycling the minutes, resting up. might not seem major, but giving Karen say playing 5 less minutes could be crucial. What? It could.
Yeah.
It's like resting players and just sharing the minutes out. Arsenal come forward again. This has been a real... I think... I mean, Arsenal probably raised their game a little bit, yeah, but Rangers... I don't think Joe Potter's will be very happy with what she's seen.
No.
They fought well in the first half. They were only 1-0 without half-time. They were still in the game in the 56th minute, because I said it. And then by the 60th, they were 3-0 down.
And we're not going to see a Wilkinson hat-trick either. She's been subbed for Laura Berry.
Joke.
So...
I was promised a Wilkinson
that
hat-trick.
would have happened if she'd stayed on. So, guaranteed. Confirmed. Here's Laura Berry now. Also, since she's been subbed, she can say that she's still continuing her run of full 90 minutes where she scored a hat-trick.
Yes.
She didn't have enough time in this one. Just when it says Rangers should go for it, send some balls over the top. It's futile at this point, to be fair, though, Justin. They're not going to score 5 in 2 minutes. That's additional.
Yeah.
Crazy they did.
I don't know how I'd react. That would be one of the most mental comebacks in the history of football.
I'll probably just start crying that we'd go an extra time. Very tired today. Not quite sure why. Cadena.
Good to know.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely ball down the line.
Blackstone's tried to come inside, and that is just chipped away by the Rangers defender and out for a corner.
A very good evening if you are a gunner.
Yeah.
If you are a Ranger, not a good evening.
Is that their nickname? Don't know anyone that says I'm a Ranger.
I don't know, because Rangers sounds like a nickname. I think they might just be the Blues.
It's not the Jers.
Oh, the Jers. Yes. But again, I don't think I'm a Jer. Arsenal short corner. McCabe puts it in. McCabe overhits it.
The Jers, the light blues, and the teddy bears. I've never heard a Rangers fan refer to themselves as a teddy bear.
So is that the whole nickname? That 3?
That's 3 different nicknames.
The Jers makes sense.
Yeah, the light
lovely
blue.
foot. Kafai! Good save.
Fires one on target, and there is Caitlin Ford to follow up with her 4th. 4 for Ford. 6 for Arsenal. Good game today for Ford. Good game for Arsenal. They've done very well. And she was on hand there to fire home the rebound. Well, really, it should have been Rota Kafai's goal. What an effort.
Yeah, good effort from Kafai, but it's formidable from Ford.
It's even worse than my wordplay.
Kafai, a great strike. It's a brilliant save from Essen, but followed up well by Ford. She's had a brilliant night. 4 goals.
Yeah, you're going to be 4 load soon. Just want to say, good stream, Jack, and see you next time, my friends. Take care. We will do, Chelsea fam.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you, potentially, on Saturday. Well, probably now.
Yes.
I should see out 20 seconds.
Yes.
What do I have nothing on? My busy
yes.
calendar.
So busy. Here is Kafai. Arsenal looking for 7.
Going forwards. Takes aim from range.
Oh!
Just over the bar.
Why not? Why not? Keeps off her light at this point in the game. She should have scored tonight, Kafai. She was on the pitch for 5 minutes.
Yeah. We're over the minute now, referee.
But I think what she's shown in this little cameo is that it won't be
that
long.
is full time here at Meadow Park. A comfortable victory for Arsenal tonight. Harry will sign off with player of the match. Who are you giving it to?
Well, I mean, Ford scored 4 goals,
Yeah.
so Caitlin Ford, she was brilliant tonight. Great to see her back at her best, firing all cylinders. A perfect hat-trick, got 4th in the end. A brilliant, brilliant performance from Caitlin Ford.
I completely agree. I'll say Ford as well. Remember, we are back then on Saturday as Arsenal face Rosenborg in the next round of Champions League qualification. Win that and they're a win away from the proper Champions League, the full Champions League. So do join us on Saturday. That's everything for tonight. Thanks everyone that has tuned in though, and we will see you next time.